Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and today I'm going to show you how I did this card. It's pretty simple, but it looks fabulous. I used Peekaboo Peach and Dapper Denim are my base colors. So let's go ahead and get started. Just so you know, I am using the Make a Medallion stamp set. This was a stamp set that Stampin' Up! Has through Sale-a-bration, which actually ends March 31st. But it's one of the stamp sets that you can earn for free with a $50 purchase. It's a great stamp set. I love how it works together. I love two-step stamping anyway. It's always been one of my favorites. But this one really, it's great. So just so you know, I cut a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock in half. So my measurements are 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4 1/4. And that gives me my card base. And then I have a piece of our designer series paper. This is one of the packs in our in colors. So you get a huge pack of paper, 12 by 12, lots of different designs and different colors. It has the in colors for 2016, 2018. So the Dapper Denim, Peekaboo Peach, Sweet Sugar Plum, Emerald Envy, and I'm missing one. Anyway, I'll post up the color names down there, but it's great. It's a great pack of paper. I cut this one to 5 1/4 by 4 inches, so you get a lot out of a 12 by 12 sheet of cardstock. And to start with, I can just go ahead and, using some snail, go ahead and just attach this to my card base. Like that. So when I cut it 5 1/4 by 4, I get just a nice frame around the edge because my card is 5.5 by 4 1/4. So. And then I have two other pieces. This piece of Dapper Denim happens to be 4 1/8 by 2 7/8. And I'll post those measurements too. And then another piece of Whisper White that's 4 by 2 3/4. And this is the one I'm going to use to stamp on. So I'm going to come in with my Dapper Denim and my Peekaboo Peach and the stamps. And I really do like to start with the darkest color first. So I'm going to go ahead and use this stamp in the Dapper Denim. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up and stamp it, and I will let you know that I do have underneath this a padding. I like to use the paper piercing mat or a piece of fun foam or something under those photopolymer stamps, just so you can make sure that you get a good impression, like that. And then I'm coming in, the next stamp, if you look at this one, you can see those little half moons that are in this stamp. Those little half moons are actually get placed right between those points, and so I might get my head in the way, so sorry if I do, but I need to line this up. And the best way to do that is to look straight over the top of the stamp and get those half moons lined up where I would like them, and then stamp down. And when I pick this up, you will see how you get that two-step stamp. So I have the Peekaboo Peach. It even is close to putting it inside that little point, and there's a little Dapper Denim dash inside there too. So just a really fun, easy way to pack a punch with your stamps. Once I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and come in with another just scrap of the Whisper White, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp Friends. Now this stamp set comes with a couple of different words. You got thanks, friends, and love. So you really have a wide variety of verses in there. I'm going to go ahead and using my 1 1/4 punch out that Friends. And then I'm going to come in with a little, I don't know if you can see that, it's a little decorative piece. I'm going to go ahead and ink that up in the Peekaboo Peach. And because I can see exactly where I'm stamping, I can line this up right below that friend and add a little decorative to that piece. And then I'm going to come in with the 1 3/8 punch and stamp out a circle to layer with, and I'm just going to let you know, I guess I'll do it in navy because that's what I have laying here, but you can always go ahead and punch out on the inside of your layer pieces. No one's ever going to see that. And so then when I go ahead and take my snail and take this piece and layer that over the top, no one's going to see that hole that I punched out of there. Just one way to save a little cardstock. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with some of the Dapper Denim ruche ribbon. I love this ribbon. And I'm just going to show you a little tip on how to measure ribbon. So if you just want to do a knot, you're going to do 1, 2, 3 lengths of your, whatever it is you're going to tie around it with a knot. If you're going to do a bow, I would add a 4th length in there. Let me grab my scissors. And then I'm going to take this ribbon and tie my knot. And then when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and tie it, and I'm going to bring this into a kind of a cross, and then fold this one down and this one over. And before I pull this tight, I'm actually going to hold this piece down with my finger and only pull one side. And if you do that, you will end up with a ribbon or a knot that actually lays, doesn't twist your cardstock, and it lays nicer. If you pull both, you end up with a ribbon that twists. I'll show you what the difference of what it looks like, because I have it in this card. So this one I pulled both ends. Hopefully you can see the twisted ribbon, and then this one I just pulled the one end, and you get a really nice flat laying knot, which goes to the mail quite nicely. I'll just trim those edges up. And then I'm going to go ahead and take my little layers here, and I'll put some snail onto this and layer it onto that circle. And then search for some dimensionals. I'm going to go ahead and add 2, one on each side. And I usually do that when I'm putting something over the top of a ribbon. So that ribbon will kind of lay inside there. And it not only looks good, but it holds the ribbon exactly where I want it. Just give a little dimension to that. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhesive this onto the front of my card. So you can see how quickly that card goes together. And then one last final touch is just a little rhinestone. Go ahead and pick one off there and just add it into the middle of my medallion. And there you have it. There's a really quick, easy card. You could make a lot of these in a very short amount of time using those great colors. They coordinate together. So thank you. I hope you enjoyed that. I will post measurements on my website at www.DDStamps.com. You may want to sign up for my newsletter, where I send out tips, tricks, and techniques each week using Stampin' Up! Supplies. So thank you, and I hope you have a great day.